evening, and welcome to the Whitewater Wind Down. I'm Edie Frenay alongside Peyton Walls for our final episode of this semester.
It's very bittersweet, so we won't be doing the wind down, but we'll be helping out with it. We'll still be around for it, and maybe we'll be doing a different show. We'll see. But yeah, we had our final staff meeting today and just saying goodbye to all the seniors, and those goodbyes are always super tough.
Yeah, especially now that I'm in college. I know some of the seniors versus in high school. I feel like I really didn't. Maybe it's the other way around for a lot of people, but I'm working the graduation. I'm going to be doing audio for that for UWW-TV, and it's going to be so sad. I'll just be sitting there watching my friends cross the graduation stage.
There was a lot of there was a lot of lasts, last classes, last finals, last days, moving out of our dorms soon. Freshman year, it's really sad, but we made it through. We have more years of this, so I'm excited to see what the next years are going to bring, but it is sad.
I think the most heartbreaking moment for me thus far was the last day of Therapy Dogs. They had a talent show for the dogs, which was really awesome, but I've grown really close to some of the handlers of the dogs and the dogs as well, so that was super hard.
The hardest part for me was the last day of swim lessons, and I had to say goodbye to my kids, and I bought them little dum-dum suckers, and they were all so happy, and they've grown a lot, but I feel like this year has gone by so fast.
Yeah, for sure.
It really has. Well, Rory Leonard, our student entertainment programming producer, who works with all the UWW-TV social media pages, put together words of advice from our senior staff members at UWW-TV.
One piece of advice that I have is to take advantage of every opportunity that's presented to you and try new things, because graduation will be here before you know it.
One piece of advice I would give to people is to never say no to any opportunities to grow. And I think that the more you get practice, then you'll be able to continue to succeed and learn, and just know the sky's the limit from here.
Well, my one piece of advice for people in my field is I would say don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way. It's all a learning experience and you'll get the hang of it eventually. And most importantly, and obviously, have fun.
One piece of advice I'd give is don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn, and that's why you're here. Also, just take every opportunity you can.
One piece of advice I would give to any incoming electronic media major is that you have to show up, you have to be here and do the work, but don't discount opportunities from outside the major. A lot of the work that I've been doing lately has been over in the theater department. I've learned so much that translates to my work here at the communications department as a result. Always be on the lookout for new opportunities.
Even if you think you're not going to like something, either if it's a class or something within a job, I would say try it, because so many of the skills you learn are transferable and you can learn so much and really set yourself up with a great skill set.
Yes, one piece of advice I'd say is you gotta be here, right? You gotta show up, you gotta put in the work, you gotta put in the hours. Here it's all about getting your experience. You're never gonna be able to learn anything if you're not here working.
My piece of advice for students coming into the field is to network as much as possible, because truly our industry is all about who you know. So get out there, get involved, and meet new people.
One piece of advice that I'd give to incoming students is just get involved with everything. There's so many different opportunities that you can do here on campus. So many different clubs. Go to the involvement fair, go to the career fairs. There's just so much stuff that you can do, and you only got 4 years. It goes super fast, so take advantage of those opportunities when you have them.
Okay. After this break, we'll be right back with more on the Whitewater Wind Down.
What does it mean to be a Warhawk?
It means allowing myself to dream big and think outside the box.
Pushing the limits of what I think is possible.
Seeing ideas through from start to finish.
Collaborating with professors and peers.
And seizing opportunities in the community to put my knowledge to use.
I'm studying abroad,
learning another language,
and listening to the stories of others.
I'm making lifelong friends and fearlessly sharing my gifts with the world.
As a Warhawk, I stay balanced,
take great care of myself,
and get out of my comfort zone.
I refuse to let the past determine my future.
And I'm taking confident steps in the direction of my dreams.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense,
and other times it couldn't be more exciting.
But I will keep my goals in mind and never quit.
Because
that's the Warhawk way.
The UW Whitewater Bookstore is your one-stop shop for apparel, textbooks, and technology. Stop in for a wide selection of gifts from our alumni, family, and name brand sections. Need to purchase or rent a textbook? Head downstairs to Textbook Services. Check out our new custom shop and create personalized apparel for your organization. Need a charger, laptop, or headphones? Our new technology section has everything you might need. For more information and bookstore hours, visit uwwhitewaterbookstore.com.
The University Center, or UC, is at the heart of campus, both figuratively and literally. Located in the center of campus, the UC is a place where all students are encouraged to thrive, relax, and have fun. Whether you're getting food at one of the many dining locations, or playing some billiards, striking out in bowling, or just hanging out in the main lounge area. Everyone brings something to the UC, and it has something for everyone.
For the spring commencement ceremony, there are 2 student speakers and 2 commencement speakers. For the students, Dylan Riley and Ty Junkie will be speaking.
Dylan Riley is graduating with a Bachelor of Business Administration in Finance and plans to continue his education this fall, working towards an MBA in Management. His speech will take place at the first ceremony on May 11th at 10 in the morning.
Ty Junkie earned his Bachelor's of Science in Human Performance in 2023 and is now graduating with a Master's of Science in Applied Kinesiology. His speech will take place at the second ceremony on May 11th at 3 in the afternoon.
For the commencement speakers, Scott Robble and Crystal McLean will take the stage.
Scott Robble earned a Bachelor of Business Administration in Accounting in 1980 and took on various roles within that field. He will be speaking at the ceremony at 10 in the morning.
Crystal McLean earned a Bachelor of Arts in Social Work in 2003 and went on to create her own multi-million-dollar social service agency. She will share her story at 3 in the afternoon ceremony.
Those are definitely some very inspiring individuals, and I'm sure their stories will definitely be something that the graduates will remember for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. Even just my high school graduation, the superintendent spoke and gave this speech about how different companies work and things like that, and connected it back to like our experiences. And despite the fact that it was kind of like a reach, it was really impactful and he really made a point. And it stuck with me and I'll probably remember it for a while.
I gave the welcoming address at my graduation and I got to write the whole thing, and it was really cool. And I think just speaking at graduation is such an honor and such a privilege to be able to touch so many lives like that, and it really gives you a platform to be inspirational and tell your story. So I'm really looking forward to hearing those stories.
Yeah, I like that we both have the different perspectives of it. Like I was inspired by the speech and you were the one who was giving the speech to hopefully inspire others.
We'll be right back with more on the Whitewater Wind Down, but first, let's take a look at the weekend's weather forecast.
The Royal Purple, the best place for all the latest news around the community and campus of UW Whitewater. Here you'll find all different types of weekly news stories, including sports, arts and rec, biz and tech, and even fun and interesting things like trendsetter columns and the tweet of the week. The Royal Purple has a full staff to handle all of your advertising and article needs. Ad managers and sales representatives can help you get your ad in seasonal print issues online at royalpurplenews.com and out on our social media platforms. Editors and journalists would love to write features about your organization and follow-ups about your important events. For more information on student employment opportunities, advertisement services, or anything news, contact the Royal Purple over at RPP@uww.edu or give us a call at 262-472-5100. Stop by our office and say hi on campus in McCutcheon Hall, room 113. For all of your local campus community news, check out the Royal Purple here at University of Wisconsin-Whitewater.
Here at UWW, we put a lot of emphasis on shaping your involvement. Involvement helps you get to know more people with similar values and goals as yourself. The Student Involvement Office can help you get involved with organizations on campus, or we can help you start a brand new one. So what are you waiting for? It's time to shape your involvement at UWW. If you'd like to learn more, stop by UC 127 or contact us at involvement@uww.edu or call 262-472-6217.
I'm Brandon Bazinski, and this is The World Today on UWW-TV. On the 30th of April, a Major League Baseball game was delayed due to a large swarm of bees. The Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Los Angeles Dodgers game was pushed back for 2 hours after the bees took residence in the netting behind home plate, just 5 minutes before the game's original starting time. Matt Hilton, a bee wrangler, was called upon to solve this issue. To the tune of Bonnie Tyler's Holding Out for a Hero, Hilton took to the field, spraying and removing the bees using a vacuum. The bees were scheduled to be released afterward, according to the league. A missing cat was found in an Amazon warehouse by a worker after the cat was shipped from California to Utah in an Amazon return box. The cat was found alive after being in a cardboard box for 6 days without food or water, sharing the box with the shoes her owner was returning. Her owner was even posted a Facebook ad for her missing pet and put up flyers and looked for weeks. Then surprisingly, on April 17th, they received a message from the vet who contacted them through information she found using the cat's microchip that the cat had been found. And we'll have more after The World Today after a quick break. In Cape Town, South Africa, a powerful storm recently hit an area with over 500 baby turtles resided before they make their way into the sea. An aquarium in the area usually receives around 100 to 150 turtles, but was overwhelmed due to the storm's effects. The turtles are endangered loggerheads and are under conservation, meaning the aquarium has no choice but to keep them all. However, officials at the head of their Turtle Conservation Center said that this is no big surprise, and that taking care of all of them will be completely manageable. For more updates, check us out at uwwtv.org. And for the final time, I'm Brandon Bazinski, and this has been The World Today on UWW-TV.
We'd love to show you what it's like to be a war hawk. Come Don't miss out on your chance to be a war hawk
at UW Whitewater.
You belong here!
Bonsoir à tous.
Hola,
Hej, hur är läget?
Marhaba.
Ni hao.
Konnichiwa.
UW Whitewater International Student Association is a student organization brings both international students and national students together to share their cultural experience and beliefs. The ISA also collaborates with other student organizations in UW Whitewater. The International Dinner is one of the most unique events that ISA have for every spring semester, which serves all kinds of food from different countries, and it invites students to show their talent on the dinner. So what are you waiting for? Come join the ISA today.
We are
ISA.
Here at UW Whitewater, we have two individuals who are also part of the City Council for the City of Whitewater. Brian Shannon, currently a professor with many other accolades at UW Whitewater, and Orrin Smith, a third-year student, are both members of our City Council.
I'm a third-year student at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, and I'm the District 2 Alderman for the City of Whitewater. Sure, I represent Wards 9 and 10, which are most of campus. It's pretty much all of campus residents except for this Wells Towers side of campus. And I serve in a representative role on the City Council, and we kind of oversee the making and enforcement of ordinances, as well as any other city things that come before us. We're kind of the last stop before things start.
So I am a city council person, which is basically the representative version of government at the city level. So I am on the Alcohol Licensing Review Committee. I'm a member of the Finance Committee and Policy Review. So looks at the finances, looks at different policies that need to be updated. I'm also a member of the Community Involvement and Cable TV Commission, and then I'm also an alternate member on the Planning and Architectural Review Committee, which by closest association is looking at blueprints, seeing if they're up to code.
I think a lot of people forget that the city of Whitewater still holds the university, but the ordinances that the city creates and the decisions that the city makes, the statements that the city makes, still directly affect students. So it's important to keep an eye on that and see what's going on. I just think awareness informs your decisions, and if you're not aware of what's going on, you can fall behind, and sometimes there's detriment to that.
As members of the university community, we're also part of the wider Whitewater community. I think it's about getting involved and having a voice, whatever voice that may be and in whatever medium that may be. Communities thrive on the participation of their members. And it is that the more voices we have, the better.
Coming up on the Whitewater Wind Down, we'll take a look at this week in Wisconsin history to learn about Ada Deer. Stay tuned.
UWW-TV has been an important part of the campus and community since 1980.
Not only providing on-air learning opportunities for broadcast journalists and electronic media production students,
but educating and entertaining our audiences with award-winning news, live sports coverage, original programming,
as well as dedicating the mission to developing creative collaborations throughout campus.
For more information, visit our website and like us on Facebook.
Check us out because you got to see what's on UWW-TV.
Welcome to Jitters Coffee House. Located on the first floor of the Wells Towers, Jitters is a student-run coffee lounge and offers a variety of coffee and ice cream-based drinks and is home to many entertaining programs, including live music, gamer trivia nights, and other performances. Coordinate your activity by emailing jitters@uww.edu. Jitters is completely run by volunteers who can earn service hours and even receive a free drink during their shift. Stop in tonight at Jitters Coffee House, where fun events and community come together.
Welcome to This Week in Wisconsin History. This week, we'll be covering Ada Deer, the local Menominee activist who became the first woman to head the U.S. Bureau of Indian Affairs. On May 11, 1993, President Bill Clinton nominated Ada Deer, a well-respected UW educator and advocate for Indigenous nations' rights, to serve in the U.S. Department of the Interior as Assistant Secretary for Indian Affairs. Upon confirmation, Deer would officially be the first Native American woman in history to ever hold the position, overseeing both the nation's Bureau for Indian Affairs and Indian Education. This feat, however, wouldn't be the first time Ada Deer made significant state and national history. Born in 1935 in Keshena, Wisconsin, Ada Deer grew up on reservation as a member of the Menominee Indian tribe. She was the first Menominee to achieve an undergraduate degree from UW-Madison and would later become the first Native American to earn a master's degree in social work from Columbia University. Federal policy forcing Native American assimilation into mainstream society by means of tribe termination was enacted in 1945, resulting in the Menominee Termination Act of 1954. This legislation stripped the Menominee Nation of their federal recognition and ended support for education and healthcare, while also abolishing their tribal government. In 1970, Deer left UW Law School to help organize and lead the movement to reverse the Termination Act and restore federally recognized tribal sovereignty to the Menominee tribe. The campaign was ultimately successful, and the Menominee Restoration Act was signed into law by President Richard Nixon on December 22, 1973. Deer then became the first woman to chair the Wisconsin Menominee tribe, and did so until 1976, while also serving as the head of the Menominee Restoration Committee. Ada's activism didn't stop there, however. She ran for Secretary of State twice, in 1978 and 1982, and was the first Native American woman in Wisconsin to run for Congress in 1992. Despite those losses, Deer's nomination and subsequent confirmation to Assistant Secretary of Indian Affairs would only transpire 1 year later. Ada Deer set important policy for over 550 federally recognized tribes and extended that recognition to 12 more during her 4 years in office. As the head of the BIA, she also helped organize the Bureau to give more power to individual tribes and increase self-governance within them. Deer eventually returned to teaching at UW-Madison, created the first program to provide social work training on reservations, and later became director of the American Indian Studies program before her retirement. The nation's current Assistant Secretary of Indian Affairs, Tara McLean Sweeney, a native Alaskan, is the only other woman in history to hold the position after Ada. And that's what happened this week in Wisconsin history.
Welcome back to the Wind Down. Edie, what are your summer plans?
So as of right now, it's pretty up in the air. We don't have anything planned yet. However, I'll probably take a few small vacations with my family. We have a family member who lives on a lake, and I love tubing and sunbathing. A lot of sunbathing with my dog will happen, hopefully on a boat, and maybe I'll hit with Wisconsin Dells. What about you?
Ooh, that sounds like a good summer. Well, I'm staying on campus a lot of the summer because I'm in Hawk Squad. Mm-hmm. But the days that I'm not in Hawk Squad, I'm working at like a bar and grill in Janesville. But I'm also gonna go home a lot, back to my hometown in New London. And we have like a little lake house too, so I love being up there like in the summers and boating and tubing. And my cousins are really big into skiing. Like, they're incredible. Like, they used to travel all over the world to go skiing. And so they live in Janesville. They're part of Rock Aqua Jays. So I like to go skiing with them. And they're gonna try to convince me to like join the team. Probably I'll make like the C team because I'm not amazing at skiing. But like, it'll be fun and I'll be down here. So lots of summer plans. I'm super excited for this summer. It'll definitely be busy, but I'd rather stay busy than like totally bored in the summer.
Yeah, for sure. I tried water skiing once and it was not my strong suit. I could barely get myself out of the water, but hey, I'll have to give it another shot this summer.
I love water skiing.
And it looks like that is all the time that we are going to have today on the last episode of the Whitewater Wind Down for this semester. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next semester for more news and entertainment. From Peyton and myself, have a fantastic summer, and don't forget to stay tuned to UWW TV.